Hello everybody, back once again with a film update. So this is all the ones I bought in the last month. So I used to do them every 2 months or so, I think, once I bought a lot. But yeah, checked on my channel. It's been 4 weeks since the last update. So a lot of new good releases have come out, and I've traded in some stuff at CEX and got some sort of second-hand things and that. Yeah, so I'll get on with it. So got stop motion. Really impressed with this one. So it's about a woman. Well, her mum is a stop motion artist, but she's sort of becoming disabled and can't really use her hands. So she directs her daughter on how to move the things, but she doesn't really have any, to call it like creative input. So she wants to start making her own films, starring, I think it's pronounced Aisling Francosi, but she's from The Nightingale and The Fall. Not seen The Fall, but The Nightingale is a really powerful film. I think that's been released on Second Sight. So yeah, I was really surprised at this one. Really good film, pretty sort of disturbing, well made, creepy. I wouldn't really say it makes you jump. It's not really scary. It's more sort of slow burn creepy. But yeah, obviously it's about a stop motion animator, but it also does have some good stop motion in it, and little films that they make of sort of stop motion. Obviously, it doesn't. It's not as simple as she's just doing stop motion. It sort of spirals out of control. She begins to question what's real and what's sort of in her head. Yeah, I recommend that one. It's one of the best sort of horror films I've seen in quite a while. This one I showed in like the double features. I think I had this as a triple feature. But Malum, I think this is a remake to The Last Shift, which I've not actually seen. Didn't know when I bought this it was a remake. But yeah, really intense, creepy, well made. Yeah, it's quite impressed with this one as well. It's sort of basically a woman is basically, I think there's, yeah, the police station's like closing down. So she's working at the last shift. That's probably where the original title comes from, in the police station. She sort of gets locked in there, and then there's like, not really a spoiler, but there's like a cult and that attacking the building. You've got Abigail. I'm sure everybody's heard of this one. Picked this up recently. I've not actually watched this yet. Tried to quite a few nights, but I find I can't sort of concentrate in that on them as much if I got work the next day. So I usually have to get up early, or I usually get home late, and then I'm tired when I watch it. So been off today and then day off tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to try and watch this tonight. But yeah, I heard really good things about that one. Looking forward to it. And you've got Civil War. So this one directed by Alex Garland, that did Men, Ex Machina. I think he did another. See if it says on the back. No, I can't remember. But yeah, I don't think this is a horror as such. I think this is like an action thriller, kind of like the Purge thing, but with a civil war going on. But yeah, I heard quite good things about this. Looks interesting. I'll be watching that one soon. This one I got at CX for £3. Heard it's really good. Edgar Wright, who I like his films. Not seen Last Night in Soho yet, but I like the Cornetto trilogy of Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End. World's End being my least favourite, but Hot Fuzz being my most favourite. Shaun of the Dead's really good. Yeah, heard really good things about this, so looking forward to watching that one. Heard it's got a really good soundtrack as well. Kneel up a bit so I'm in better position. Bruce Campbell versus, I don't know what it's called that. I think the one I've got on DVD is just called Army of Darkness. Obviously, it's Evil Dead sort of third sequel. Own this on DVD, but you never had this on Blu-ray. I find this real fun, sort of comedy, sort of medieval setting. Yeah, really entertaining, kind of funny action film. But yeah, I got this in CX for £6, so thought I'd upgrade the old DVD for that. So that's the sort of I won't say random titles, but different ones. And I've got an Arrow ones. Got The Last Starfighter on 4K. Not actually seen this, but heard good things about it. A bit like a Flight of Navigator kind of thing, I think. I think it's late 80s. Say on there. 1984. Yeah, so the year I was born, I'll show my age. Right. We've got Demonia, I guess it's pronounced. This is one by Lucio Fulci. I really like his films. Obviously, you've got City of the Living Dead, The Beyond, Zombie Flesh Eaters, my three favourite by him, and then also House by the Cemetery, and I think I've seen what's one called New York Ripper. Yeah, not and Manhattan Baby is quite good. One of the sort of lesser ones I've seen. A bit of like, I won't say an Exorcist rip-off, but obviously it's popular at that time to do your own kind of Exorcist thing. So yeah, I won't get it all out. Do videos on these if anyone wants to see it. But yeah, it all folds out into like a big kind of square. But yeah, I've seen this in CX and that for like 20 second hand and quite battered. So I got this in the Arrow sale. I think it was about £15 or so. Quite happy with that. And then the Ring trilogy, got this in the Arrow sale. I think it was 25 down from 50. So yeah, the Ring 2 and Ring 0 I do like, but Ring is really good. One of my favourite J-horror / foreign language films ever. Really well made, quite creepy. Yeah, it's a good horror film, but I think it's just outside of that, it's a really well. It's kind of got a investigative kind of edge to it, a bit of like a thriller drama as well as the sort of horror aspects. Whereas the English version's a bit English remake, should I say? I think it's starring Naomi Watts. Is just a straight up kind of horror film. Whereas yeah, that's got a bit more of an investigation. This one I was quite happy with. £10 second hand in CEX. Not really heard of them before, but it's the original. So it's called Graveyard of Honor, and then the Takashi Miike remake, Miike Takashi, whatever you call him. It's one of my favourite directors, especially sort of foreign / Japanese director. So yeah, a bit of a blind buy, but yeah, this was £10, and most of the arrows are £8 for like a standard edition. As we'll see the next one coming up. I thought £10 for this, with a little box and the 2 Blu-rays was pretty interesting. So yeah, I'll watch that soon. Battle Royale, yes, that one was £8. I own this on DVD, Tartan Asia Extreme. I never got the special edition or anything when it came out, even though I do enjoy it. And it was one of the first sort of foreign horrors I ever seen. It because I've watched it a lot and I already owned it. I never sort of paid for the upgrade, but yeah, just sort of a bit of a blind spot in the collection where I'd never got this one. So yeah, seen it quite cheap and thought I'd pick it up. I'm sure everybody's known this. This one I was really looking forward to. I've only seen a few films by him. Nico Mastorakis, I think it's pronounced. He's Greek. Known for like B movies. So he did Island of the Dead, .com for Murder. It's another. He did some. Island of the Dead's a bit of like a Video Nasty. So Video Nasty fans out there all know about that. But yeah, it's a nice collection. I would say, see if I can open it with one hand. I wouldn't quite say buyer beware, but I can bloody pull it off without damaging it. Well, I was saying that it's already damaged, so yeah, I'm happy with it. But the one thing I would say is it's got 6 films in. So here it shows Ninja Academy, The Time Traveller, and Terminal Exposure. So to have the others, so you're missing Sky High, Glitch, and Naked Truth. Yeah. So basically you have to reverse these sleeves. So all arrow sleeves are reversible, but rather than having different artwork, you can only display 3 at once. It does come with a little book. I think they should have done it a bit, bear with me, like the Phantasm, where you've got slimmer sort of cases. So all 5 of them sort of fit into a same size box pretty much. So I didn't really look at any reviews or anything before I bought it to see how it was packaged. So I assumed, it would have all 6 individually rather than double. But that's not really the thing that annoyed me a bit about it. It's kind of my fault, but I would recommend if anyone's buying this, I got it from HMV, £45, which is the same price as on the Arrow website. So I was going to get it off the Arrow website, but rather than wait for it to come, and I'm not often in when deliveries come, and like I think I've said before, someone in my block of flats is like stealing people's parcels. I think they've been arrested for it, but I don't want it left on the doorstep, 50 quid's worth and going missing. Doubt he'd be interested in this, to tell you the truth. He's a crackhead, but he'd probably sell it. So yeah, obviously what I was going to say is when I bought it from HMV, it has like the security spider tag, I think it's called, around it. So it's like a little circular disc, and then it's got wires, and you tighten it on. I think they tightened it a bit too much. I don't know if you can see it. It's only small, it's not ruined it. But yeah, on both sides, top and bottom, on the back, and it's been so tight, it's even sort of gone through and squashed the box slightly. Like I say, it's only very small damage, so I'm not too upset. I'm not going to take it back or anything. But obviously, if you do want it pristine, I would say I basically should have got to the counter, the till, whatever you call it, and said, have you got any more copies of this behind, so I don't have to have one that's had the spider tag on. But when I've had the same thing before, Maybe they haven't had it as tight, or it's been a slightly, obviously usually it has a J card on, maybe it protects it. So I've not really had them sort of a bit slightly squashed like that. But yeah, looking forward to watching all of those. And yeah, obviously I would say if you are going to buy it, just be aware that they don't have their own cases. You've got 3 cases and you can swap between them. This one I picked up, second hand in CX. I think it was priced at 32, but it went for at 28. So it's the Old Boy Special Edition, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Lady Vengeance, which are all really good films, but Old Boy is one of my favourite films ever, / favourite foreign horror. It's a Korean one. So I do already have this Vengeance trilogy, which is just a standard version in the box, with obviously the same 3 films, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy and Lady Vengeance. And back when this one came out, I didn't pick it up, and I regretted it, because like I said, it's one of my favourite films. So it's a bit like The Elevator. Let's see if we can... Obviously I do this with one hand, so it's kind of tough. Yeah, it sort of slides open. I'll put all these back together once I've finished filming, tidy up before I go out in a minute. And then yeah, they come with their own little separate sort of cardboard sleeves. So it's got a really long documentary apparently. Let's see if we can get it out. Old Days, which doesn't come on the one I've got, I'm pretty sure. And then got a really big... Oh yeah, so actually, obviously Old Boy has its own case, but the other 2 sort of share one, and you get a nice poster of Old Boy. So I might actually buy a frame, put that up on the wall. And then you get the booklet, quite a thick, nice booklet. So yeah, kind of it is a bit of an upgrade. So I'm wondering whether to trade in the... it's got the Vengeance trilogy one. Now I've got this, because it's got all the same films, more special features, nicer kind of packaging. Move that over to there. So yeah, I might trade in the Vengeance trilogy one, being as I've upgraded it, or I might just keep it because it's more in the Arrow collection. I do like the style of the original. Let me just quickly show you. So it's got like the triangle, obviously representing like a trilogy or trinity. The hammer from Old Boy, the gun from Lady Vengeance, I think, and then the screwdriver, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. So actually I do usually keep it front on. Yes, that's all the Arrow ones. And then you've got, I have briefly showed a couple of these on other video I was talking about with the Underrated Films Part 2. So Bruiser, filmed by George A. Romero on Indicator, limited edition, limited to 791 of 2000. Never really even heard about this, even though it's a George A. Romero film, but when I picked it up in the shop, I expected it to be, the price of like the Second Sights and Arrows at 30 or 40, but yeah, I think it was only £20, 19.99. So yeah, I don't have too many indicators. A bit of a blind buy, but see what it's like. And even if I don't enjoy the film, for a sort of indicator, nice edition like that, or limited edition, I'm pretty happy with. And I just show this one, A Bittersweet Life, Second Sight. Really good film this is. I won't really say it's a horror film, but yeah, nice edition, and that is on 4K. So yeah, I think that was about 40 or so. The last one, this one I just got yesterday. Really happy with this one, on Severin. I think it's the first release I have on Severin. Some old DVDs I've been looking at recently are actually Second Sight and labels I didn't kind of realise they were. They're just not as sort of advertised, so it was just a normal film released by Second Sight. Whereas yeah, this is a really nice. So this is Alejandro Jodorowsky, I think is how you pronounce it. Is a Mexican director. People might have heard of El Topo or Holy Mountain, which are bizarre kind of psychedelic films. But this is a bit more cohesive. I mean, it's still bizarre and surreal, but yeah, I can say it's a bit more of a horror film. But yeah, it's got a bit more of a normal timeline kind of story to it, starring his son. Don't know if I can open this with one hand yet, but yeah, this is really nice. This was pretty expensive. If anyone's looking to get it, I think it costs about £34 new, which is quite a lot really for one film. But oh crap! So yeah, you've got a load of art cards, which are now on the floor. Let me open it right up. That's what. So yeah, you get 4 discs. So you've got the Ultra HD, you've got the features, you've got the normal Blu-ray. Obviously that's 4K, sorry. And then the soundtrack, which is quite interesting. And some really nice artwork from the film. Yeah, so really happy. So yeah, it'd be nice to watch it in 4K. But yeah, if anyone hasn't seen this, it's one of the most vivid. I'd say every single scene almost you can pause at any point. I mean, as I'll show on some of these art cards, you look at that. Cinematography is like breathtaking, very surreal. Yeah, almost any scene you pause it at, just like something out of a painting. A bit like films by Peter Greenaway, where obviously it's a film with a storyline and plot and things, but it does, yeah, the way each scene or frame, should I say, has been set up, so colourful and vivid and artistic. Yeah, happy to have that. I've got it on DVD. I've got quite a nice special edition DVD of it actually, but be a better picture and yeah, a bit more of a collector's. Yeah, I didn't even really know that one was coming out. I don't think. I think Sammy G's World of Cinema when he was showing his El Topo and um, Holy Mountain on Arrow. I think I said something about Santa Sangre was good, and I think he said something about there was a special edition coming out, but I didn't know when. But yeah, quite happy with that one. And then don't usually show these, but I do still sometimes pick up CDs. So it's terrible glare, sunny in England. I got this one called Gate Creeper Dark Superstition. So this is like a heavy metal band. So I don't know if people are into heavy metal. I'm into all different kinds of music. So I like David Bowie's one of my favourites, the Beatles, Roxy Music, old sort of pop, Pink Floyd, sort of 70s stuff, prog rock, heavy metal, sort of listen to really extreme sort of death metal and black metal, rock, grunge. I listen to some reggae. I like DJ drum and bass, which is like a kind of dance music. Been listening to that for like 20 years. Listen to hip hop, UK hip hop, some other sort of forms of dance like house, and yeah, pretty eclectic really is. I'll give anything a try. Not really a massive fan of R&B. I don't mind some folk. Yeah, I won't ramble on anyway about music, but might do a video one time showing my music collection or my gaming collection. Got like a lot of retro games like Mega Drive, PS1, PS2, Xbox 360, and I've got like PS4 and PS5. But yeah, anyway, this video's gone on longer than I was hoping it would, so I'll finish it there. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Comment down below if you've got any questions or anything, or you've seen any of these films, or any you're planning on getting, or if you want to know anything about them, I can sort of open them up and show them, but it's a bit hard with one hand. So yeah, I'm going to clear all these away now and put them back on their rightful shelves. All right, thank you everybody, bye.